What's up, everybody? It is Right My Wrongs. That's WRITE, My Wrongs Friday. And I want to share something I actually didn't write today. I actually did write today, but I'm writing something. I'm telling a different story. The story is I almost died today, y'all. I almost checked up out of here. I smoked some marijuana in a bong, a glass bong with the water and all that. And 15 minutes later, I did some push-ups. 20 minutes later, whatever. And then after I did the push-ups, my muscles just locked up. And I haven't been drinking a lot of water, so I think part of it is high dehydration. You know, man, it was extremely intense. I just, man, it was wild. It lasted about a good 45 minutes of me holding myself to not let myself go all the way up out of here, because it was close. It was so close that I heard God. You know what I mean? I think I learned how to actually listen to God, how to hear God. I actually didn't learn it. It just came naturally because I had no choice, kind of thing. That's how close it was. And I don't know how to really take it, but what I will say is the message that I got was say no. No, it's not that. Oh yeah, it is. Say no to no. Say no to no. So that's say no to KNOW. Say no to no. And the cool thing about that is that's about more than just like addictions and stuff like that. It's more than just say no to addiction. That's excuse me. That's for relationships. That's for addictions. It's for staying in bed when you're supposed to get up, and all those kind of things. So you say no to actually no. Say no to your weakness. Say no to all of those things that are pulling you down. And that was the message that I got. Say no to no. I got a couple more messages too, and they are pretty interesting because I got these in a moment of almost checking out, like almost dying. You know what I'm saying? So I think those kind of messages go far and beyond just for the person. I feel like this may help many other people out there who may hear this message. And you don't know what you got in a relationship or whatever it is until you say no. You don't even know within yourself how much something is pulling at you, how much something is dragging you in a direction until you say no. And that's cool. The cool thing about that is we have the choice always, right? We always have the choice, no matter what. Sometimes we say F it, and I just want to do it anyway. You know what I mean? And that's what puts us in that boat, and a lot of times. So where am I going with this? So when you say no to find out, no to know, like let's say it's an addiction and you give it 2, 3, 4, or 5 days, and then you start getting anxious and you start wanting it and thinking about it and all that kind of stuff. You're getting knowledge about where, like what times you want it, why you want it. You start thinking about all the factors that's bringing you to that thought of wanting it, and then you start to get to the bottom of it, right? So for me, I haven't really gotten to the thought of why I want it, like why I wanted to smoke today. I have taken days off, things like that. This was my first day smoking in a little bit. I wasn't even, actually was supposed to stop for good up until at least my birthday, which is in September. So yeah, like it got really intense. Like when I had smoked it, 20 minutes later after my push-ups, I was swinging my arms like this just to get feeling in them, and like this, like what is going on? It was almost like Michael Jordan in Space Jam or something, one of those kind of things where it's like, whoa, my hand. Yeah, I mean, like what's going on? I don't know. And it was like my bones weren't there, and my arm was moving like spaghetti. Like it could bend and be all flexible. I was like, whoa, what the? It was very odd. And I was hitting the wall to get feeling, and then I ran to the sink to get water on my hands and to get water on my face. I don't drink tap water, so I was putting it in my mouth, and then I heard God like, you don't drink tap water, you don't need this tap water, you don't need this tap water. I was like, damn, this is intense. And because I think the tap water thing and me having that thought of I don't drink tap water, whatever, and the bouginess and all that kind of stuff, I was being humble in the moment to like, hey, you know, you're gonna do what you're gonna need to do in the moment when you need to do it, kind of thing. So I was putting it in my mouth, and then at one point I got so dang, dare I say, desperate. I was like, I drank a little bit of it. I was like, wow, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, yo, it got to the point where my leg too started acting real funny, and I tore my ACL, and like I tore my knee in 5 different places one time, 2011, and I never got surgery or nothing like that. But right now, like today, when that happened, my leg act like it wanted to give up on me, and I was like hitting pressure points on it so it wouldn't like die. You know what I mean? So like I think like we're given certain challenges and certain things in our life that is just for us. So whatever happened to me, with me, is just for me. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else has experienced this with smoking or whatever addiction you're doing, your body locking up to that point, and like my breath was very inconsistent. Didn't know when that was coming or going. It was wild. I was in the mirror talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm here. I'm sharing my story. Didn't really have a direction with it today. Just wanted to come on and share it because it did take a lot out of me, a lot of energy and things like that. I almost didn't get this video done today. At the same time, I want to be more consistent with everything in my life. So that's what I'm working on. And that's why I'm here. I wasn't going to allow. I already went Wednesday and I didn't do a video Wednesday. I don't know if y'all caught that. You know what I'm saying? So today is the last day of the week I'm supposed to. I don't do videos on Saturday. So I was not about to let this slip by. And man, I tell you, it took a lot of energy out of me. You know what I'm saying? It took me a little bit to recover. I mean, I had to get some food, a little bit to eat, just to get back some strength, some energy. It's like, wow, it wasn't quite the experience, you know. Almost checked out for real. Like, I'm not even giving it justice of like how horrendous this was. How, I don't even want to say scary. It was kind of scary. I don't usually, like, I've been through similar things before, not this intense. I usually don't really get so scared, and this one kind of, I got so dang close. I was a little scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little shook. I was like, oh snap, wow. And I'm thinking, flashing of all the people who may, who will miss me and things like that. I was thinking like, wow, this ain't happening right now. Like, wow. So yeah, that's my story. You know, I'm here. Thank you. Thank the Lord. You know, thank the Most High. Thank all that. And I'm here to do better. I'm here to do more with less and all kind of things. So yeah, this is Mike Scott with Writing to Get Right. Another segment, Friday. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All right, y'all. Have a great one. Easy.